Oh my goodness. Okay. There's a mess on the floor. Oh my goodness, this is weird. Oh, I can't even hear myself. Oh. Am I talking? I don't know if anyone. What, babe? Oh, you're so sad. What's on your nose? What's wrong with your nose? Huh? What's wrong with your nose? You're weird. All right. Did I do that? Did I do that? Oh, this whole live beta thing. It's weird. Can you hear me, Shannon? I don't know how loud I am. I have my headphones in. I don't know if that's like helping or making it worse. I don't know. Okay, good. I'm like rearranging my desk, so there's just stuff. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not rearranging anything. I'm just making more and more of a mess everywhere. And my desk is just covered, and I can't reach anything. It's ridiculous. I'm going to be drinking water this entire episode, this entire live chat, because my brain is fried from being sick. Oh, my goodness. So how are you doing, Shannon? You know how I'm doing. My coworker she just really wanted to get me sick. The everything is messy stage. Yes. Yep. That's where I'm at right now. And I'm trying to like rearrange everything before Josh gets home because he's away. And I like to do all my little projects and small things around the house that need to get done. I like to do that when he's on vacation, when he's not home. And he's not home right now. So, and then I got sick. So now it's like it ended up in the messy stage and it's staying there. It's all staying messy. But yeah, it's hot here too. I just put in the AC today. That was my one goal for the day, was to put the AC in. And it's in the other room though. It's not in here. So I have the fan blowing some of that air in here. So hopefully it cools it down in here. It's whatever. The heat is I'm a little sick still. I feel a little off. Still, it's really weird. It's like hard to explain. But as I burp. But I've eaten okay for the past 2 days. And today I don't feel as like gross or weird. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a weird, like the first day I had to drive Josh to the airport. And I woke up that morning earlier than I intended to. I wanted to sleep in because I knew I had to drive. But I woke up early that morning and it was just, I was like on the bathroom floor, like covered in sweat and just nasty and just not feeling good. And it was awful. And then I had to drive him to the airport, which is always a ridiculous drive. And then drive myself home, which I ended up hurting my car a little bit on the way home. I did something really, really, really stupid, and now I have to look at my car and see it every time, and I hate myself for it. I was at a gas pump, and I parked too close, and I should not have been driving. I was really tired and sick and sleepy, but I pulled up to the gas pump, and I pulled too close. So then when I went to pull away, I didn't pull far enough away, my back end far enough away, and I scraped the whole side of my door along like the gas pumps, like the thing that like sits on top. So like the gas pump curb kind of thing. I mean, it didn't hurt anything. Like it's not going to affect the way my car drives, but it hurt the outside of my car. and it's really, really sad to look at. I hate myself. It's really sad. But yeah. Yeah. It's a little hot. It's hot here too. But I don't know, I just wish I could enjoy it because I'm so sick that I can't even go outside. That's why I finally installed the AC today. But I think I'm finally getting to the end of feeling like garbage. We'll see tomorrow. But I just booked a trip. Well, I have to pick Josh up from the airport next Wednesday. He comes back. So I booked a trip to take, not really a trip, I booked an Airbnb outside of New York in New Jersey. So it's right near the train. So I can take the train into the city and go into the city for the day. So, because I have the day off before I pick him up off. So I'm going to leave work on Monday, drive to New Jersey, then, which is like a 3-hour drive. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. Probably end up being 4 hours, knowing my luck. But, and then spend the night. And then in the morning, wake up early, go into the city, go to the Strand bookstore and all the other bookstores, and then take the train back to my Airbnb, sleep, then wake up, check out of my Airbnb, go to the beach nearby, and then go drive and pick Josh up at the airport. I figured I had like the day off before he comes back. So I'm like, what can I do with that? And I'm like, I could just go to the city, and then I won't have to drive as far when I pick him up, and then I won't have to do the whole trip at once. So, yeah, it's like perfect for me. But I'm hoping that I'm feeling 110% by then. So we'll see. Lots of fluids. I spend lots of fluids. So yeah. Yeah, I finally broke down and put my AC in. I wasn't going to. I was putting it off because downstairs it's hot downstairs, but when the fan's blowing on, it's fine. But since I got sick, I'm like, today I finally am starting to feel normal. So I'm like, if I'm gonna put it in, I'm gonna do it today. So it's in and it's done. Plus, it feels really nice. Yeah, I speaking of having the place to myself for organizing, I redid my my DVD shelves in rainbow. Well, I did one of them in rainbow. I didn't do the other one yet, but I plan on it. And Josh is going to hate it so much, and I'm so excited about it because it's so beautiful, but he's going to hate it because it's completely impractical, and we're never going to be able to find anything until I put it back to the way it was. But right now, it's rainbow. At least the one shelf is, and it's so beautiful. And I love it so much. I'll have to send you a picture. It's so beautiful. Let's see if I can send it. See if I can send it on Instagram just so I don't forget. But yeah, it's so pretty. I have like a little bit of touching up I want to do to make it look more like, I don't know, perfect. But it's right now, if all else fails and I don't get back to it, it's like done. But it's really pretty. I really like it. But I should have did the top shelf rainbow as well, but the top shelf's just all the black Blu-rays because the top 2 shelves are Blu-rays, and then the rest are all DVDs. And I still have another shelf to do that. We have a lot of movies, which is stupid because we have Netflix, so we hardly ever even use those movies. So it's random. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, the scrape door was really sad. Outside world overrated. Kidding. No, it is. I wish I lived in I live in a small town, but I live on the main street of a small town. So it's still, there's too many people outside. And I have a porch area, but I can't sit on my porch in peace because I have neighbors across the street that are always out in the summertime. My neighbors directly next to me are always out. And it's just, I wish I had a porch where I could just sit out and read and be almost in the sun, but at least outside. But I can't. I've tried before. It's too loud too with the traffic. I've tried doing it with headphones, but then the headphones distract me. And then I have people staring at me from across the street, and it's just not fun. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about going into the city. I bought pepper spray. I bought pepper spray just in case I end up in the city later than I intended. But I think I got it all like basically figured out. Like the train that I need to take and all that stuff. I think there's only one train that I need to take from New Jersey to New York. The whole point of booking this place was so I didn't have to drive into New York, with the exception of picking Josh up from the airport. So, because New York City is a freaking nightmare to drive anywhere. Like, just getting to the airport is a freaking nightmare and takes way too long, and you almost get your car hit. And I instead of getting my car hit by someone else, I ran it into a gas pump instead because I'm an idiot. I'm just so upset about myself, but whatever. It doesn't affect the way my car drives, so it's all good. And the door still opens and shuts. It's just it's like someone, ran into it a little bit. But a reaction shot when he gets back. I wish I could do stuff like that with Josh, but the second I turn the camera on, he won't be his self. I've tried to get him to like pick my TBR or do like a tag with me or all that fun stuff. Everyone does like those fun videos with like another person, and he's my only other person that I have here because I don't have friends. I don't have friends in real life. That would involve going outside and making friends with people. That's weird. But yeah, so like he won't do any of that with me, which is really depressing because he just doesn't like to be on camera, I guess. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll convince him. And then I'll film all that stuff, and then we'll break up, and then I'll be stuck with all that footage. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, thank you. I worked really hard on those shelves. Not really. They actually didn't take that long. And they're not as unorganized as people probably think, because so the shelf, they were alphabetical order. And then what I did was I just moved the colors on each shelf. I didn't like move everything around. Like ABC is still here. CBD, yeah, CBD oil. We're talking about that at work. Anyway. Or DEF, whatever, is here, so it didn't change that much, but whatever. People talking to you or bugging you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a huge people fan, so like the city makes me a little nervous, but I'm usually okay, but this would be the first time I've gone like into a city by myself. Like I just don't usually do it because I usually just have Josh with me, but whatever. It'll be an adventure. Or I'll get died. I'll get died, or I'll get killed. I was going to say get killed or I'll die. Whatever. Yeah, some people are just really weird about like being on any social media or being filmed or any of that, so it's all right. I get it. Yeah, it's still semi-alphabetical. It's still like easier to see. I tried to make the only thing I tried to do was I tried to make at least the first two shelves of DVDs, not of Blu-rays. I tried to make them like even amount of black, blue, green, orange, red, white. Like I tried to make those even, but I didn't do that with the rest of the shelf. But because it looked really weird before that. So like those shelves might be a little mixed, but it's for the most part it's still pretty alphabetical. Let's go with adventure. Yeah. Well, I figure if all else fails and I like chicken out about going into the city, then I'll just go to the beach twice. Worst case scenario, I go to the beach twice. But the drive to the airport, instead of being 4 to 5 hours for me, will end up being an hour and a half. So maybe 3 hours knowing traffic, but I plan on leaving like at least 2 hours early because I don't trust New York traffic. But if all else fails, I'll sit in the cell phone lot. But yeah, so it's gonna really help because I have to drive all the way back home then. So at night too, because I think it's at night, and I hate driving through what's not directly through New York City, but it's around New York City at night. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate driving during the day, but I really hate driving at night. Like it's bad. And I don't like driving with other people in the car with me at night anywhere because like I don't drive very safe. And I also like I want to get home, so I may speed a little bit, which is very unsafe. So it's bad. So whatever. Anyway, I did read When Did You See Her Last? I actually listened to the audiobook for this one. So right before this live chat, I had to go through all of the pictures because I didn't get to look at the pictures because I was listening to the audiobook. I purposely got the audiobook because I knew I wasn't feeling well. So I got the audiobook to listen to on the way home from dropping Josh off at the airport. And then I had to turn it off because I kept getting distracted, and I was towards the end there, I was starting to really doze. So I'm like, nah, I need to listen to very loud music. Otherwise I'm going to crash. But yeah. And then it was perfect for feeling sick. And I was almost done with it the day that we were going to have the live show initially, but then I was just feeling like garbage. So I'm like, I could sit here and finish it all, but I was like, ooh, it was awful. I was like so sick that day. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I loved it. I think I like this one better than the first one. I don't know if the audiobook had anything to play, like any play in that, but yeah, the audiobooks are great. Yes, audiobooks are great when you feel under the weather. It was perfect. Because like I listened to it while I was finishing up those shelves today, and I listened to it while doing dishes because even though you're sick, like I get bored when I'm sick, and then I don't get better because I don't rest because I can't sit still for like a long period. I just get bored. I get more bored than usual. Like any other day, then I would be fine just sitting on the couch watching Netflix. And then the day I get sick, I'm ready. I want to do all the things. I don't care if I'm sick and it's really bad and I don't take care of myself. But hence the whole reorganizing my DVD shelf. Like I started that the first day of feeling ill. No, the second day of feeling ill when I came home. And yeah, when I dropped Josh off at the airport the day after that, whatever day that was. And I haven't read anything else. I still am reading. Anne Fraser just came out with a new book in June, and I'm still reading that because I haven't been able to focus on like a physical page. Maybe tonight before bed, I'll try to finish her book. I doubt it. I get too sucked into her books too, and then I won't sleep because I'll be too into it. So the struggle is real. Yeah, this is the first time I read this one. Yes, it was the first time I read it, so it was a completely new adventure. The first one was a reread, but all from here out, they're all just new to me. Did you see this cover, by the way? This is like the coolest naked book. I really love it. The other one I have is in paperback, the first one, so I didn't have this one. I think the rest of them are all hardcover, I believe. But yeah, there's a lot more more centered in the world and the style being a bit different from Series of First Event books. Yeah, I think I like this one a lot better also because there's more stuff from like the series of unfortunate events. Like there's more backstory of like VFD and like more backstory for Snicket, and like there's all these like little like hints and characters and people and little like if you can read this series by themselves, I feel like, and be okay. But I feel like reading the series of unfortunate events and then reading these, it's like you get like all those extra little Easter eggs, and that's pretty cool. But the style is a bit different, so like it takes a little bit to settle into this. Like I think I gave the first book 4 stars, I think initially, and then this one. My neighbors are stomping so loud. They're ridiculous. They're distracting me. But I think this one was probably like a 5-star read for me. I really liked this one a lot. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I am enjoying the new Anne Fraser. It's so good. And like I have like this much to go, which is for her is like 6 chapters, because some of her chapters are so short, which I love. But it's just her books, I don't want them to be over, so I read them extremely slow, like so slow. And also, since I've been sick, I want to be in the right mindset to actually enjoy it. I don't want to like rush through it just because I'm sick and like skim it, like because I'm not feeling well. So like I'm trying to wait until I'm ready and I can actually sit down and finish the book in one sitting. I don't want to read just a couple more pages here and a couple more pages there. I want to sit down and finish it in one sitting and then just be like, because I know like things have already happened in her book, because she's always really good at like interconnecting things and different characters. And it's just, she does like this, like sometimes she does crazy connections and things that you would never expect coming. And so like once you get towards the end of the books, you have to like sit down and be ready for all of it. You can't just read like 2 chapters here, 2 chapters there. You just have to sit down and just dive into it. And that's what I want. I want that like experience, but I also don't want it to be over, because then I got to wait till like next year till she makes another book. When she retires, it's going to be the saddest day of my life, by the way. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have to keep rereading her books. Whatever. Yeah, this cover is really cool. I think they're all like that. I don't know. Can I reach this without losing my headphones? I hope I have all the books. I wonder, I should probably look that up since we're reading them. I have 4, but I can't remember if there is just 4 or if there's a 5th one. Yeah, they're all like the same. I think that's the same exact position. Oh no, they're all different. This one looks like he's like scared. This one looks like he's like running. What's the other one? Now I need to look at all of them. I need to know. Hopefully they're not like spoiler. No, this one he looks like he's falling. I like the purple and black. That's really pretty. Yes, there's I think I have it. 13 something. Oh no, I want that one. These are back. I think it's this one. The file under 13 suspicious incidents, maybe? I haven't read this one either. This one's kind of cool. I think we'll have to read that at some point. Oh my goodness, I'm like choking on water. Yeah, S. Theodora like was barely in it. She was like barely around. I love Moxie though. I really like Moxie. And I like was it Jack or is it Jake? Is it Jake or Jack? The one that's dating Cleo Knight. I really like him. I thought he was cool. But I like there's a quote between them where he's like, I didn't know if I could trust you. And he's like, but we read the same books. And I'm like, aw, like that is like so cute. Yeah, the diner guy, Jake. Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was Jake or Jack. Same difference. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know when this one was published. This one was published in 2014, first edition. This one was published in 2013. So I'm assuming that one came out before this one. That one says April. This one, oh boy. Oh boy. Should just keep these over here. Everything's a mess in this room. It's ridiculous. This one's September of 2014. So did I say April or October for this one? April. So this one came out before the third book. So technically this would be the next book in the series. But I feel like it's like probably going to spoil stuff for later. I don't know. I've never read it. I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of S. Theodora. I don't think anyone probably is. She's kind of awful. It's ridiculous. Excuse me. Oh, it's lots of yawning. It's one of these side effects of being sick. Like I'm tired like all the time, but I'm not actually tired. If I went to go to sleep right now, like to try to sleep, my body would be like, nah, you got a few hours yet. My goodness. Yeah, I think it's Jake. I think you're right. I think it's Jake. I can't remember. But yeah, maybe that's probably better to read at the end because I think it has like pinched creature. I'm assuming that's from this book when he got pinched by the tadpole maybe. I don't know. Loud Dog, page 217. What? Now I'm like confused. This book is weird. Oh, it's like this book is kind of like a choose your own adventure book, I swear, because it like gets to the end of like the conclusion to the violent butcher is filed under small sound on page 233, and then you go to 233. Goodness. Hello? Where are you? 233. Then you go to 233 and it's like the conclusion of that. So like the conclusions are at like the back. They're only like small little, can you see? Like small little like conclusions. So it's not like a choose your own adventure, but it's like the start of the incident is like filed here, like ransom note, and then see it says like at the end, the conclusion to the pinched creature is filed under, and then like you go to the back and it's like the conclusion of it. Yeah, it's like a little mysteries book. It's interesting. Anyway. Yes, I love that quote. They can teach you anything, but that doesn't mean you learn it. It doesn't mean you believe it. Yeah, I love that. That was one of my favorites too. I like that one, and then I like the one about the books. Like we read the same books, so you should trust me. Yeah, I don't think Lemony is too nice to Moxie. I think he does it for her own good. I think he's trying to protect her, but he should let her in on the stuff more because then maybe she wouldn't get hurt like she did at the end. Like, oh, I was so scared. The tadpole. Yeah. I didn't know that this was like a tadpole at the front here. I didn't know what this was like, but I'm assuming that's supposed to be the tadpole, but it looks crazy. Opportunity to try and figure it out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe it's like you can try to guess like what the conclusion was. Yeah. Film noir. Yeah, I get that. Like it's like if when I picture these books in my mind, I kind of picture them in black and white or well, whatever color this is, like blue and like the way the pictures. Oh, this one's purple. I think the last one was like blue and black. This one's purple and black. But like I kind of picture the world as just two colors. I don't know. Like it just seems very like I don't know. Like you said, like film noir. Like I don't know. It's definitely got a different vibe than the series of unfortunate events. It's definitely different, but still good. Yes, the banter between the people. Yeah, I like what was it? I also like the banter between him and Theodora, even though there's not very much. Like when she says like, "Get these people out of your hair," and they're trying not to laugh. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like I love those little tiny moments, especially when she's just so irritating and stupid. It goes back to that same theme from Series of Unfortunate Events, though. Like that theme comes over where the adults have no clue what they're doing and are usually just a mess, and the younger kids have like way more of an idea what's going on. But it's got like that same theme. Yeah. Yeah. I like Moxie and Lemony together. Like I like them as like a detective duo. Like I feel like if they worked more together, I think a lot more stuff would get done. She seems like tougher than she lets on. But he's got to do more to let her in on the loop and let her in on things. Yeah, her hair is ridiculous. It's such a mess. Reminds me of mine because mine is literally just since I've been sick, it's just literally a knotted mess and it's gross and greasy and knotted. And I'm like, Theodora has my hair. I have Theodora hair because mine's like really long and I need a haircut bad. Yeah, I think the hotel or motel owner, I think he's a spy. Well, yeah, I think they're spies. Like most of the adults, I think are either really stupid or yeah, like you said, they're spies. Yeah. I think I think that's why like at first I shipped this wrapper on this bottle is driving me nuts, by the way. But I think I shipped him and Moxie together. I like them together a lot more than I like Ellington because she kind of like screwed him over. But she was doing it for a good reason, I guess, because she wants to save her dad. So I get it. But yeah, I think he was distracted by her beauty. I'm gonna put that water bottle over there so I remember to take it out for recycling. Like looking at my bookshelves in the camera. It's ridiculous. I'm sick, so my brain, like I said, I'm still getting over being sick. I think today might be like the last day that I feel weird, hopefully, because I don't feel awful. Like I don't feel like absolutely terrible like I did a couple of days ago, but I feel a little tiny bit weird, but I think I'm getting to the end. I think I'm getting to the end. Yeah, Ellington and him, yeah, they banter more. I think Moxie is like just a good friend. She's stuck in the friend zone. But yeah. Yeah, distracted by my bookshelves. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Like I'm just distracted by them. They need a good like look, they're like a mess. They need a good like resituating. I wish people would freaking vote on my TBR, mostly for the fact that there's like a 3-way tie on one of the categories, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Read all those books? Probably. It's gonna be a busy month, but it will determine what books I take with me to New York, because that'll be the first, second, and third. The first is when I'll arrive in New Jersey, and the second is when I spend the day in the city, and then the third will be the beach. But yeah, at least I'm not as sick as I was, though. I really shouldn't be complaining, because I'm definitely better than I was, because I was really awful. I ate a banana at work, which is supposed to be good for you and good for your digestive tract. I had one banana the other day at work. Like it was the day that I thought that I was finally getting better, but it was a lie. It was all a cover. And I ended up getting like so sick off of a banana. Like, my stomach just felt like I ate a rock instead of a banana. It was awful. And then I had like an hour until I had to go home. So I'm like, come 1 hour, go fast, because I feel like I'm going to pass out. She's definitely friend zoned. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. See, that's what I don't understand myself. Like, I wonder, like, I don't know that either. Like, I think you're supposed to like make assumptions, but with I don't know. Cause like at the end of the book, the photo at the end of the book, which is one of my favorites, by the way, like that's his sister, and she's trying to infiltrate VFD from underneath, and all these VFD like people are catching her, because they say right there VFD. So I don't know if that's VFD like volunteer fire department, or if that's a different kind of VFD. I don't know. Or is this when the schism happened? It can't be when the schism happened, because the schism happened later, I feel like. So like I don't know either. I'm so confused. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's like before the schism. But I do think Lemony is a part of VFD. But at the end of this book, VFD is catching his sister. But so is that a different VFD? I don't know. I'm just as confused as you are. I did like that he got a visit from Wittershins, though, because that was pretty cool. I'm like, like that's another like little like Easter egg. Like if you didn't read the first books, you would not know that. Like, I mean, not the first books, but the series of unfortunate events. You would not know that little teaser, not teaser, Easter egg. Yeah, the banana. Back to the banana. I don't eat at work, which is really bad. I don't take breaks. But if I take a break, then and I do eat, I end up feeling nauseous because like I can't like go back to work then. Like I can't go back to working when I eat at work unless it's like something like I'm grazing. Like if I eat something small. So like usually like a banana is fine, but apparently it wasn't fine. I don't know if it was like that my body wanted more substance or if it wanted a little break still and it didn't want to eat anything yet. I don't know, but I know that the banana made me feel like I ate a rock instead of a banana. My stomach felt so bad. Like literally felt like I ate a rock. It was not a good feeling. Stupid banana. I bought 2 bananas that day, the day before that too. I'm like, okay, I'll get bananas because my stomach's upset, and bananas are good for your digestive system, supposedly. And I purposely haven't eaten the other banana. It's going bad. Like I can see it downstairs, and it's going bad, and it's gonna go bad. I'm probably not gonna eat it, which is awful. It's gonna go to waste, but I'm like scared to eat it now because I'm like, I'm not eating another banana until I feel better. 100%. It's ridiculous though. Like I've had coffee the past couple of days, which I never do when I'm sick, and I've been fine with coffee. But the second I ate that banana, it was nope, just instant almost his stomach and tummy pain. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that either about Hangfire. If he's part of the organization, is he a villain extraordinaire? Don't know either. There's so many like questions. Like it answered some things, but very few, and just made you give you a whole bunch more questions. What are the right questions if these are all the wrong questions? Yeah. Yeah, the parallel with Lemony opening the grate and her not being able to escape. Hey, that rhymes. But yeah. Yeah, I remember when like he was like, I wanted to scream for my sister, and I'm like, Scary. This photo, I'm sorry, I got distracted. This photo at the end here is creepy. Look at these VFD people. They're scary. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. I think there's still so many confusing things. Now my nose is running. Freaking allergies. I'm dying. I'm dying. I shouldn't joke about that. I had my 2 friends. I have 2 friends that live in LA, and they used to live here and then they moved to LA. But my friends, I guess they're both my friend, but the husband, he ended up in the hospital recently, and he was like on his deathbed. Like it was really scary. He got bit by like a tick and got some kind of weird disease from it, but not like permanent. They were able to fix him, thank God. But like he was like legit sick, like on his deathbed sick, like his body was like convulsing and doing all kinds of weird shit, and that's really scary. But so I feel bad now every time that I joke, like when I'm like feeling unhealthy, I'm just like, I'm dying, but I'm actually not dying. Like, and then I feel bad because I'm like, I have friends that, my friend really was sick. Like, oh. I guess. So sorry that I'm yawning. Banana 2 will have to be benched. Yes. We were supposed to wonder about the wrong questions and the right questions. Yes. What about the new nurse character? She was creepy too, and Stewie inferred that he was friends with her. I think Stewie is definitely. It would not surprise me that he's actually friends with that creepy There's, ooh. I think now this is a bit of a stretch, but I think Cleo Knight's two nannies, or would they like the nannies or housekeepers that are twins? I want to say a huge stretch and say that those are the two white-faced ladies from the series of unfortunate events. I know it's a huge stretch, but like I just got that vibe from them that they are those two ladies, just younger, which would be crazy. Favorite moment was the lineup with Lemony Snicket and the file cabinet. The file cabinet had its eyes closed too. I loved that scene. That scene was ridiculous. Didn't he like still like put a baseball cap like on the file cabinet and everything? Like, so stupid. Oh my goodness, those police are they're just so stupid. It's like, oh my goodness. Yeah, my friend getting sick was really scary. Really scary. Like I kept checking in with him like every day, but like he lives on the other side of the country, so it's like there's only so much I can do, but it was really hurting me to not like get on a flight and like get over there. But work, life, you know, but it sucks. If you feel like helpless when you're that far away, it's ridiculous. It's stupid. Especially because that's like my only like friends in real life, like that I like have actually hung out with, because I don't have any friends in real life. Because I see people all day. I don't want to see more people when I'm not at work. Just how I am. Very much an introvert. Oh my goodness. Hi. What? I don't know if you can hear him, but he is saying hi. Hey. Hey. Oh, can I pick you up? Oh, get up here. Oh, sorry. I bumped your head. Get up on my lap. Okay, you're all tangled in the cord now. This did not work out. But there's a cat on my lap. Look at that messy floor. There you go. Say hi. Say hi. Cat's hiding. Almost. He's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I don't even remember what I was talking about. The twin housekeepers. Yes, I think so. You are all tangled up in this cord though, bud. It's not, you're not helping, Mom. Okay, go this way. He's distracting. Are you purring? What are you doing? Rubbing up on everybody. So distracting. Yeah, the twin housekeepers. Yes. I think like it sounds like a little bit of a stretch, but also not. I think they are. I think they are definitely the two white-faced ladies. Something has to happen where they turn mean. Something has to happen. And a number around its neck. Cat's hiding almost. He is ridiculous. He is like flopping all over my lap. Like, I don't know what he's doing. He's shedding. Please don't do happy paws on my lap. That is ouch, ouch, ouch. Kitten faces on Instagram. Oh my, rescue kittens being fostered. It's addictive. Oh my goodness, I'm sure. I follow Catsbury Park, which is a rescue like cat cafe, and they rescue their kitties. They find homes for all these kitties, and I follow them and the owners of the place, and they're both having foster kittens right now, and it's ridiculous. They're so cute. I can't. Like, oh my goodness, it's kitten season right now, and it's also shedding season. But yeah, they're so cute. I said to Josh, if we had a bigger house, I would love to foster kittens, but right now, 2 cats, full-grown cats is bad enough. But happy paws. Yeah, that's what we call that. What everyone else calls making muffins, we call that happy paws. You're going to jump down, aren't you? What are you doing? What are you? He just hit his head on the laptop. He gave up. He's on the ground now. He's down. I thought I heard his sister in here, but I don't see her. Where's the... Here. Oh, here. I got a catnip plant, and he is here. You want some catnip? Here. He loves it. He'll eat it. It smells so good. Anyway, I get so distracted. Cats, man. Bad. Happy paws. Yeah, that's what we call it. Kneading. Yeah, a lot of people call it that too. I don't know where we got happy paws. It was him that started that term. Because Hannah didn't do it as much until Bane came along. It's like he taught her how to do it. Like, she'd do it every now and again, but it was nothing compared to how he does it. But he does it all the time, and he has really sharp claws. So, you freaking out? Did the catnip hit you? But yeah, he does it all the time, and he doesn't always want to sit on your lap. That's very rare that he does that. He just wants to be the center of attention. That's like it, because he's a cat, and that's what they do. He's like, you're not paying attention to me. But yeah, Hannah inherited it from him. She does it. She doesn't do it as much as he does, but she does it now. And she did it every now and again, but it was nothing compared to how much she does it now. And he just does it all the time. Now he's sitting on the chair. You were ridiculous. He has his head flipped upside down. He's your distraction. Just stop. I can't lock them out of my office when I do live shows or any of that, because they stand outside, him especially, stand outside the door and meow and cry until I open the door and let them in. And then they just get into stuff or distract me or jump up on the desk. It's ridiculous. Cats, man, cats. Anyway, I did start to pick out my favorite illustrations that I could, because like I said, I listened to the audiobook, so I had to go back to the book. I like this one when he comes upon Ellington fate, pretending to be Cleo. I like that one, chapter 8. I like a lot of the middle ones though, like these random ones. Like this one is just such a cluttered photo, like such a cluttered drawing, but it reminds me of one of those Where's Waldo drawings, because it's just there's so much going on and I love it. It's so exciting. I really like that one. And it's got everyone in it too, for the most part. So that's pretty cool. I also really, really like this one. This one's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous looking, but I love it. It's so creepy. I want that one of them in the cafe. I want that one framed. Yeah, I want that in here. I love that. I lost it. But I love that one. It's so cool. So cool looking. Of all the cats distractions in the world, cats are pretty good. I would get so much more reading done if Josh didn't exist, if cats didn't exist, and if work didn't exist. Those are the 3 things that take up all my time and and Netflix. Although fortunately for my reading, but also very bad, not really, because actually it didn't really distract me that much. It actually might be bad for my reading. They're taking The Office off of Netflix. I just found out today, and I'm really heartbroken about it. Like, you have no idea. The Office is literally, it's not my favorite show. I don't want to say that. It's not my favorite show, but it's the show that I've watched the most of, other than Scrubs, which is actually my favorite show. But it's always on the TV. Always. Like, all day. Like, I come home, I relax, I watch The Office. I read, I have The Office on in the background. I'm rearranging the living room, The Office is on. I do dishes, The Office is on. It's always on. I go to bed, The Office is on. I go to sleep to The Office. I wake up to The Office. It's literally always on my TV. Like, always. Yeah. I just watch it on repeat. Like, I start at the beginning of the seasons, and then I just keep playing it, and then when I'm done with this show, I start all over again. Like, I literally watch it all the time. It's always on. So, like, I am extremely heartbroken that they're taking it away. Like, extremely heartbroken. Like, I could just buy, like, the DVDs, but, like, or the Blu-rays or whatever it is, but then I'd have to put a disc in, and I have to put another disc in, and it's just not, I don't want to do that. I just want it. I just want my show. It's my one constant in life, and I want it. I don't want it to go away. I'm so heartbroken. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Suddenly the quiet town feels a bit busy. Yeah, that picture like really shows that. Yeah, that smash window one was Hangfire, I think, because he was he posing as the war guy, or was the war guy actually there? I can't remember. I literally just listened to the end of it and I can't remember. Yeah, I remember that one too, because I didn't get to see the photo until I was paging through, and that was one of the things I looked for. And I'm like, I bet you. Well, when I read that section or listened to that section, I'm like, I bet you there's a photo of that one in the book. There has to be a photo of him getting a haircut in the book. There has to be. And also, I missed the classic Snicket page, which is that blank page that he has in there, for when he reads her message, which was actually blank. I missed that because that's obviously not in the audiobook. Like, it is in the audiobook, but it doesn't say, hey, there's 2 blank pages here. It just says what I saw was, and then there's silence, and then they go to the next chapter. But so you definitely get a different experience audiobook wise in that. And I did like the narrator for this one. I hate wasting, like, I downloaded it from Audible, and I hate, because I wish I could fit like the free, like the one that comes free with like the library overdrive. Is it for my library? I don't remember, but I wish I could fit that on my phone, but I can't because my phone's just so full. But Audible came on my phone, so I didn't have to download anything. So I have a whole bunch of credits stocked up anyway, but I didn't want to waste my credit on this because this is only like 4-hour long book. Like, it's really not that long of a book. And I wanted to, I'm like, it would be so much quicker to just read it. But since I was sick, it worked out well. And I got to listen to it. But it's my own fault, too, because I always put off like these reads because I want them to be fresh in my mind when we talk about them. So that's my fault, too. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, that's my show that's like that. Like, I watch all the time. My favorite show is Scrubs. I love Scrubs. And I used to do that with Scrubs. Like, I'd put Scrubs on, but they took Scrubs off Netflix as well. But I own all of Scrubs. Like, I own all the DVDs of Scrubs. And so I could do that with Scrubs. And I do that when I'm sick, actually. Maybe that's why I haven't, maybe that's why I felt weird and I didn't really get over the sickness right. Because I haven't had watermelon, which I always have when I'm sick. And I I haven't made chicken noodle soup either, which I usually make when I'm sick. I have a routine. Maybe my body's like, we didn't do the 3 things. We watch Scrubs, we eat watermelon, and we eat chicken noodle soup. We didn't do those 3 things yet. So maybe that's why my body's like taking so long to like recuperate, because it's like, wait. We didn't get our 3 things that we need to get better. This isn't happening. But now my car is parked down from the street, so I'm not going to the grocery store. I'm not going to get my car and then drive all the way to the grocery store. Nope. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll get watermelon. Physical media is so much work now that we have Netflix. It's so true. Yeah, the war guy. Like, remember, he goes into the room and the war guy is there, but then all of a sudden, like, Hangfire's there. So I don't remember, like, was he posing to be Hangfire the whole time? I don't know. I'm so confused. Yeah, the haircut had a reason. I feel like everything he does has like a little hidden reason. It's kind of cool. the blank page because you read it electronically. I can see that like giving you like a headache. Like, wait, what? Freaking Lemony Snicket likes to mess with you. Likes to give you a moment. I think if I would have physically read it, I probably would have been like, why am I missing a page? Like, but I didn't get to have that experience because I listened to the audiobook. See, there's advantages for both. Yeah. And like I said, like, and I was trying to find like a free one, but I couldn't find it free anywhere. And it was just, I'm like, fine, I'll just use a credit for it, download it onto my phone. I'm like, that way I can read it since I'm sick, but I hated using a credit for it, but I should be getting 2 credits. Not next week, but 1 credit. 1 credit or 2 credits coming up. I don't remember if you get 2 credits every month or 1 credit every month. I don't know. I have so many stockpiled that like it's fine. I think I have like 4 credits stockpiled, so it's no big deal. That's the only good thing about Audible too, is if you end up renting a book and you don't like it, you can like, even if you're like halfway through it, you can return it and tell them you didn't like it and they'll give you your credit back. I think even if you finish it, they'll still give you your credit back, which is really, really cool. And I don't think a lot of people utilize that. But I've done that before. Like, there have been books that I've used a credit on, and then I just can't connect with the narrator because I'm really weird about narrators. And so like I'll return it back and they give you a credit right back. Like, you just have to tell them why. Like, you just have to return it, which I guess it's kind of a hassle. So maybe that's why people don't do it and don't utilize it, but it's actually a really cool feature of Audible. It's one of the nice things like about having an Audible account. They're expensive. It's expensive to have the account, especially if you can get it free through your library, which I wish I could. But that's like one of the only like pluses. Well, there are many pluses, but that's one of the biggest ones, I think, is that you can just return a book if you don't like it. But yeah. Scrubs. You've never seen Scrubs? Oh my goodness. I'm coming to Canada. I'm bringing all my Scrubs and just going to pack them all in my suitcase. We're just going to binge watch all. Oh my God. How many seasons? There's 8. 8? Is there 9? There's 9 seasons, I think. Or 8. The last season doesn't really count because it's garbage. And it's like they should have. It's not garbage. Like, as I've gotten older and as I've watched it more and more, it's like a spin-off. Like, if Scrubs made a spin-off, it should be this show, but they called it the last season, but it shouldn't have been the last season. It should have just been a spin-off. Like, it shouldn't have been. It's ridiculous. Maybe Scrubs will make the sick go away. It is a good time for watermelon. I think tomorrow after work, because I get off early tomorrow because I work. Tomorrow's going to be awful. I work 3 a.m. till 1 p.m. which is awful because I can't sleep. These past couple days I have trouble sleeping. So like I won't get to bed until like I'll probably get like 3 hours of sleep, maybe 4. But then you come home and you take a nap. But coffee helps. Coffee every truck day morning. Yeah, truck day is my day that I get up super early. But every truck day morning is Dunkin' day. I always go to Dunkin'. But yeah. It's like, is the page not loading? He messes with you, man. He does weird things. Does it on purpose because he knows that you're gonna read it that way, and he's like, oh, it's like I'm just gonna mess with people. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't utilize that whole returning credits thing, and it's really cool actually. I might be utilizing that in a day or so because I rented. I think I'm going to keep trying to read it, but I rented Good Omens because I want to watch the show because the show looks really good and it has David Tennant from Doctor Who. I really want to watch it, but I rented the book because obviously I'm like I have to read the book first. And then I bought the book. I mean, I credited the book and on Audible to listen to it. And then I ended up buying the book because I can't like focus. Like the narrator is the same narrator. And it's just, I'm so confused about who is who and what's going on. And I'm just really confused. So like, I think I'm going to have to like take a step back and try reading it physically. I don't know, but it's a thick book. It's a decent, that was Bane. Sorry. But I can't get into the audiobook, which is a shame because I really wanted to read it, but I don't know. I don't know if maybe if I watch the show, if it's one of those where I watch the show, I'll understand it more, like Game of Thrones. I don't know, but whatever. Yes, Scrubs is a comedy, so medical comedy. It is. Okay, so I have like hospital doctor. I don't want to say phobia. I have anxiety. I guess I hate using the word anxiety because I feel like it's way overused today. Like way overused. Like people get a little nervous and they're like, I have anxiety, blah, 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 which is a part of me is like, no, there should be no stigma on mental health. But another part of me is like, you need to calm down. Everybody gets nervous. This is life. But I get really freaked out when I go to the doctor. And like really freaked out. So like the fact that a medical comedy is one of my favorite shows is super weird to me, like super weird, but I love it so much. It's like my favorite. It's so great. It's one of those shows that like makes you laugh 1 minute, but then makes you feel all of the things. It's exactly what I like out of my books. And it's exactly what I like out of my TV shows. Like I want to feel things, but I also want to be laughing and enjoy it, you know, and like, it just does it perfectly. It's really good. I really like it. It's just so great. It's my favorite. 3 a.m. Yeah. It's a very early truck. They were thinking about switching our truck, and I hope they don't do it, but they probably will. They're going to change our truck days to 6 a.m. Like the truck could come anytime from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., which is stupid because like 3 a.m. works great. It sounds awful to go to work at 3 a.m., but I work retail. So 3 a.m., I unload my truck. I have how many hours until the store opens at 8 to get my truck out on the floor for my other workers to come out and put it away. And I can do all the morning paperwork. And it's like such a nice break in my week from humans. Like it's the one day of the week that I don't have to interact with anyone. Like it's a lot of physical labor, like a lot of manual labor. And I think that's like, my boss is a guy, but he asked me like initially if I hated doing truck. And I'm like, no, that's the one day where I don't see humans like as much. I see them from 8 to 1 and then I go home. So like, I don't see them as much that, the majority of my day is spent without viewing them. And I just get to unload truck, listen to audiobooks and listen to music. And like, there's no one around. It's like the one good day. And I just get to throw a whole bunch of stuff around in the back room and work my muscles. It's a lot of work and I'm exhausted by the end of the day, but I'm also happier because I don't have to see humans. So I really hope they don't change that on us. but I think they're going to, and it's going to be so bad because taking stuff out like on the floor and unhauling truck is so much easier with no one in the store. But when there's people in the store, you know, and you're bringing stuff out to the floor to be put away, they get, you know, more people are in the way, and it's going to be a nightmare. But that's my life. I had another favorite quote. I reminded myself of a lesson I learned from my training. Do the scary thing first and get scared later. I love that quote too. That's such a good one. It's such a good, like, like choking on my own air. It's such a good, like, life lesson that Lemony puts in his books. Like they seem all nonsense and ridiculousness half the time, but there's like some good, like, life lessons in there. Do the scary thing first, get scared later. Like, that's very much like live your life to the fullest kind of thing. Like, jump off mountains and do all the things. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. The TV series looks great. I've heard great things. My favorite thing about the TV series, my favorite thing that makes me want to watch it even more is the fact that, what was it, 100,000 Christians signed a petition, which is fine. Like, I'm not Christian, but the fact that this happened is just hilarious to me. Signed a petition to ban the show, to get the show taken off the air, and then sent the petition to Netflix. But the show is an Amazon Prime show, so like you went through all the trouble to put together a petition to ban a show, and you don't even know what network it's on, and you send that petition to the wrong people. What is Netflix gonna do for you? Nothing, because it's not their show. Like, you idiots. Like, who was in charge of that? Oh, like, it's so stupid. It's the greatest thing I have, like, it's like one of the greatest I've heard in a while, and it made me feel so good. I'm like, that just makes me want to watch this show so much more. Like, I think that's a lot. Like, that happens a lot. Like, there's like this Christian organization, I forget what it is, but they do that a lot. They sign petitions to get shows taken off. They did the same thing with Lucifer. And I feel like every time they do that, it's not that they've ever even given the show a chance. They just do it because of the name of the show or the trailer. They don't watch it to actually get an assessment. So they just go in and they just want it banned. And they go in without information. But they did that with Lucifer. They tried to get rid of Lucifer on the air, which I think, if you're a Christian, I think Lucifer, because I'm not religious at all, but I think Lucifer was very, like, educational, like, Bible-wise. Like, you don't have just Lucifer. Like, you have so many other characters that come in that, like, a lot of stuff I was like, I had to have, like, Josh explain to me, because I'm like, I've only read, like, this much of the Bible, like, because it's boring. But yeah, like, there's so much going on and so many characters, and I think they just saw the title of the show and was like, it's promoting Satan, and they never actually watched the show, which I think the show isn't promoting Satan. It's more like, it's if anything, it's like an ode to, like, Christianity. Like, I don't know. Just people in there they're gotta be in just don't watch it. Like, just those 100,000 people just don't watch it. Like, I don't know. Like, you suck. Yeah. I think, I don't know. It depends on the TV show, and it depends on I guess it depends on the book too. Cause, like, yeah, like Lemony, like, Series of Unfortunate Events, I would recommend reading before watching the show. But I also feel like the show gives you different stuff than the book did. Like, you know what's going to happen, but also stuff is different as well. I don't know. There's a few shows that, yeah, like Game of Thrones. I just started watching Game of Thrones, by the way. I'm on season 2. Am I only on season 2? I think I'm on season 2. I can't watch. I'm watching it with Josh. He already watched all of it, but I'm watching it with him, so I have to wait. Even though he's already seen all of it, he's making me watch it with him. So I have to wait until he gets back to watch it, and I have to wait till he is off to watch it. But I just started that. But I feel like that's a really like. I think you told me actually that you should watch the show first, so that way you know which characters when you read the book. But anyway, yeah. It's like behind on all the talking. The feels and laughter together. Yes, that's what I like. I like to experience everything while watching my show. I don't want too much drama because then it's like and it gets boring because I live in the real world. I know that there's drama. I don't need to experience it in my TV shows. I want to feel happy and I want to forget about my life, but I also want to still remember life issues. I'm a weird person. I'm never happy. I'm never satisfied. Yes, Lemony had training. Yeah, that's still like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's a part of VFD. Did the schism already happen? Is the schism just starting to happen? Did he not join VFD yet? Are they about to join VFD? Like in that picture at the end where she's about ready to be like kind of running into VFD, maybe they are there to catch her. Maybe they're good and they think she's doing bad. I don't know. I'm so confused. Yes, the petition. It's so great. It's so great that they sent it to the wrong place. It's just so funny to me. Like it's so great. I don't know why it's so great, but it is so great. Yeah. Yeah, Lucifer, yeah, he takes liberties, but there's like some stuff there that's like really canon and it's people just yeah, that's how I feel. Like I don't feel the show is promoting Satanism or promoting the devil. Like Lucifer's just a great show. Just a great show. We're getting one more season of that show, unfortunately. One final season. And I just caught up on that. Like I'm all caught up. And I kind of don't want another season. Like that sounds awful. Like I want another season, but I don't want just one more season. I want more than just one more season. But if we are only getting one more, then I would be okay if they just left it where it was. Because at the end of that season finale was perfect. Like it was perfect. Like it's just leave it there. It was heartbreaking. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you saw the season finale. Like the end. That's one so far. They have one more season coming out, but that was it was something. Game of Thrones, yeah. I'm loving Game of Thrones so far. Well, love seems strong. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I love it yet. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I would die for Daenerys. That's how you say her name? The Targaryen. The girl with dragons. Right now they're just babies. They just hatched not too long ago. But I would die for her. I'm like madly in love. Like you have no idea. The second I saw her, I'm like, I know who I like. Like Josh is like him and his friend at the beginning of that show because they watched it together. They picked out houses that they were going to follow the whole way through the season. And Josh picked Targaryen house and his friend picked the Starks. I would definitely be Targaryen because I would follow her anywhere because she is gorgeous and I love her and she can eat my heart. Like I'm in love. Legit in love. In love. Working Moms or Little Dog was on Netflix there. Aw. Nope, we don't get anything good. There's a show, it's a Netflix original, so it should be, I feel like it should be everywhere. But there's a show called Afterlife. I don't know if you've seen it yet. With Ricky Gervais. And it follows a guy after his wife passed away. And it deals a lot with grief, so it gets you, it really gets you in the feels. But I'm not kidding when I say this, like Ricky Gervais's character is me. Like so much of what he says are like things that I would say. Like he's just, some of the things he says are so dickish and just sarcastic and just bitter. And I'm just like, you are me. Like you are me. Like it's just so great. Like I felt so related to during that show, but also was like sad, and then I was laughing, and that's one of those shows that was so good. Oh, I saw there was some drama about Lucifer. I'm not caught up with season 4. Oh yeah, they're trying to save Lucifer again because they're doing a season 5 and it's going to be the final season, and now they're trying to save it again. And I think Netflix or the company that, I think Netflix said like, no, it's not going to happen. Like it's not going to happen. So stop doing it. Like stop trying to save Lucifer. It's not going to happen, which is stupid. If all these people are saying save it, then save the damn show. Like Jesus. Like I think even the people who make that show want to like save it. Like just make the show. But I don't know. Season 4, I really was scared because season 4 was the first season of Netflix doing it. So I was really scared like what would change. And the first couple episodes, I'm like, I don't know if I like this. Like, I don't know if I like that Netflix owns this now. Because you can tell that it's a little bit different and that they're taking more liberties and doing some different things. But like, but a couple episodes in, and then after that, once I got comfortable with like the different style, it's not different, but it's still, you can tell that season was Netflix, but like just the way it's structured, you can tell. But it was still really good. Like after I got into it, I'm like, ooh, and then that season finale, get ready to feel all the things. Whew. Season finale was great. Anyway, yeah. Targaryen. I can't say Daenerys. I can't say that, but I can say Targaryen. Daenerys. It's Daenerys, right? I can't. I do. I wonder if they make that shirt. Daenerys can eat my heart, because she can. Like, you know, in that episode, I think it's like one of the first episodes when she's eating that heart. I'm like, girl, someone give her mine. She can have it. Just rip it out of my chest. She can have it. Give it up. Give it up for Khaleesi. Give it. Yes. Oh, yeah. You should definitely watch Afterlife. They're trying to get it nominated for an Emmy. Trying to get it nominated. It isn't nominated yet, but they're trying to get it nominated. And that show actually got renewed for a second season, which is another show that I don't think needs a second season. I think where it ended was pretty good, but I will definitely watch another season of it because I really like Ricky Gervais. But that character was like so much me, like just so much me. It was really weird, but it was so good. Oh, that show, I've recommended that show to some people. I'm like, I recommended it to my friends that live in California, the one that like got really sick. I recommended it to him and his wife, and he watched the first episode and he was in tears. He goes, oh my God, the first episode had me in tears. It had me laughing, and then I was in tears, and like what is this? I'm like, it's so good though. It's so good. Like a good example of that is like I started to watch that What If It's Us? Is that what it's called? What If It's Us? Is that what it's called? No, that's the name of a book. I don't know what's the show. This Is Us. Yes, that show. I was watching that show. I started watching that. I watched the first like season, maybe 2. And that's just too much drama. That's just boring. That's just life. Like, I'm just like it started getting me feeling some things here and there, and I literally only watched it for Milo Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia, is that how you say his name? I don't even know. Because he is a babe, and I would die for him because he plays Jess in the Gilmore Girls, and Jess is like my dream man. Like, if Jess was a real person, I would leave Josh in a heartbeat. Sorry, Josh. But yeah, but I watched, like, I just got bored because I'm like I think I finished season 2 and I just got bored because I'm like, this is just life and it's sad and I can't. That's how I was too. I could only watch one episode at a time because it hurts. I'm like, I have enough pain in my real life. I don't need to experience this. Yeah, sometimes 5 seasons is enough. Yeah, I feel like once you watch season 4, we'll have to talk. Once you finish season 4 of once you watch season 4 of Lucifer, we'll have to talk because for reals. Like, that ending, I think, would have been perfect. Like, I don't think we don't need another season, but I'm happy to have one, but I don't think we need one. And I'm more worried about doing another season because I don't know if it's going to wrap it up as good as that season did. You'll see. When we finally get to talk about it. Where was I? I lost. Oh, Daenerys, such a strong character. I love her so much. It's one where there's so much life. Yeah, I feel like This Is Us is too much. Ugh. I am very much Team Jess, by the way. I'm not. Okay, let me rephrase this. I don't think Rory deserves Jess. And maybe Jess doesn't deserve Rory. I don't think they're a good fit together. I want Jess. I'm Team Jess for myself. Like, out of all of the interests, like, I'm Team Jess. There's Team Logan and there's Team. I think the newest season, like that new revamp season, what was it? Like the reboot season, I think they really went hard on the Team Jess. But I'm not Team Logan, that's for sure. But some people are Team what's his face? Very few people are Team not Team Jess, not Team Logan, that other guy. What the hell was the name of that other guy? That random guy that Rory like left and then dated Jess. I didn't like him. He was super jealous and annoying. Yeah, the guy who played Dean, but he actually plays Sam on Supernatural. Yeah, Dean. Ugh. Blech. Blech. I hated him. He's awful. Maybe that'll be the show that I start going to sleep to again. Maybe I'll switch to Gilmore Girls. Maybe I'll switch to Parks and Recs if they don't get rid of that, because that's very similar to The Office. It's made by the same people, I think. But, yeah, Team Jess for me. Logan. Yeah, I think a lot of people find that confusing. I haven't watched any of Supernatural. My sister keeps trying to get me to watch it, and I'm like, oh, it's such a huge commitment because there's so many seasons. It's the same thing with like Game of Thrones. Like, I took my time with Game of Thrones because I'm like, I want to wait until it's all over and I can do it at my own time and not be hassled by other people. But Supernatural, that's like a project. There's so many episodes. There's so many. It's just too much. It's too much. That's a huge project. I can't think of a show that I've watched that many seasons of. Because what is there? Like, there's like 15 seasons. 15 seasons. I can't think of a show that I've watched for 15 seasons. Maybe like Saturday Night Live, but I haven't even watched every episode of that. 15 seasons? Nope. I can't think of any show. I don't have that big of an attention span. 22 episodes? Oh my God. No, I don't have the patience for that. I could understand if there's 4 episodes a season, like Black Mirror crap. Then I could get behind it, but oh no, that's like a huge commitment. And I'm sure I would enjoy it. It's just The Simpsons. See, there's one, but I haven't seen every episode of The Simpsons either. Exactly. That's what I'll do. I'll wait until it's done. The same thing I did with the Game of Thrones, because now I can't get spoiled. Well, I still can get spoiled, but it's not as high of a chance because not as many people are talking about it anymore. Thank God. A guy came into work today, actually, and he was wearing a Game of Thrones shirt. And I'm like, I just started watching Game of Thrones. I'm like, and it's so good. And I would die for the Targaryen. I couldn't remember her name then either. I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce her first name. Daenerys or something. I would die for her. I'm like, she is bae. He like looked at me really weird. And then he's like, oh, are you enjoying it? I'm like, oh my God, so much. I'm like, we like had a bro moment. And he's like, well, keep watching. It keeps getting better. And it's great. And you'll really enjoy it. And blah, 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 blah. It was a really bro moment. It's a nice bro moment, even though I'm not a bro. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I waited. And also when something's like super hyped up, I get like, I don't want to say I'm one of those people where it's like, oh, I don't listen to the mainstream stuff, because that's not true. But like, I don't know. I just get annoyed. I don't know if that's the right word. Like when everyone's talking about something, I'm just like, okay, I get it. Like, and so like, I think Game of Thrones was that. We're just so hyped that I'm just like, okay, shut up already. Like, I purposely don't want to watch it because you've already bored me, like, you know, kind of thing. And that happens with a lot of stuff like that. Like, so like I'll wait and then I'll watch it later. Like that happened with, like I got really burnt out on all the Marvel movies. So Josh and I sat down and watched all of them eventually, like before Endgame came out, because he wanted to go see Endgame. But I just got so burnt out, like before that. Like, that's why I was so behind. I hadn't even seen, like, the first Iron Man movie. So, like, I was way behind because I was just so sick of the movies. Like, I'm just so sick of superheroes. Like, which is sad because, like, I grew up reading comics and, like, but I was just so sick of it. But then I watched all those movies and I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to go see Endgame. Let's do it. But it's just like, I just got so burnt out. Doesn't help that Disney owns Marvel now, so like they're killing everything for me. They're killing Star Wars slowly. Like, ugh. I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it so much. And it's just slowly becoming irritating. Like, it's just so cringy sometimes. Like seeing like some of the merch, seeing the movies, the new movies. It's just cringy sometimes. Ugh. Yes, exactly. Like it's nice to, I get like why people, like Josh is like that. Like he likes to watch it when it's happening so he can chat about it and not be spoiled. And, you know, I'm like the complete opposite. Like I think it has to do with like our personalities though. Like he's more outgoing and extroverted and I'm more introverted. So like I don't need to hang out with everybody else and bond over it. Like I can wait. Yeah, we literally watched every single Marvel movie like in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We watched every single movie up to Endgame. Like every single movie in order. And it was a lot to catch up on because I hadn't seen. And this is a super unpopular opinion, But the Ant-Man movies are like the best movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't care what anyone says. The Ant-Man movies are freaking great. Paul Rudd is amazing. Like, so great. That I really like Black Panther. Josh didn't like Black Panther as much. I think it was because it was super hyped, but I don't know why he didn't like it as much. I really liked Black Panther. My sister said it was a little predictable, but I didn't see anything coming because I'm oblivious. But I really like Black Panther. But the Ant-Man movies, so good. Endgame was so good. Oh my goodness, it was so good. They do have so many movies. I watched all of them. All of them. Literally, well, except for the first the Hulk. We didn't watch The Incredible Hulk because it's not even, we decided that it didn't really, I've seen it already a long time ago, but we decided it didn't really count because Edward Norton isn't Hulk anymore. So, by the way, Hulk is like one of my least favorite characters of all time in Marvel Comics of all time. I never liked the Hulk ever. I had never liked any of the movies. I just never liked the Hulk ever. And then Mark Ruffalo became the Hulk, and now I am madly in love with the Hulk, and I don't know what happened or who I am. Like, see, that's the thing. When you buy these Cinematic Universe box sets, the Hulk movie is the first movie in those box sets. So it's technically the beginning of the Cinematic Universe, even though it's kind of not. Like, even though Iron Man, I would say, is like the perfect beginning because that's like the next movie is Iron Man 1. And he's like the first Avenger kind of guy. So like I don't know. It's weird. I didn't know that was like the first movie. Like in that box set, the Hulk is the first movie. And it's like what? I'm glad that you're with me with the Hulk movie, not the Hulk movies, the Ant-Man movies. They are so great. They're so great. I love them so much. They're so funny and fun, and I really like Mark Ruffalo, and he's just so charismatic. It's hard not to like him. So yeah, Josh didn't like Black Panther that much. I don't know. I don't know if it had to do with race. I didn't ask. I don't know. I honestly don't know why it's one of his least favorites, and I think he is wrong. I'm like, I thoroughly enjoyed Black Panther. It's fun. It's cool. But whatever. Oh yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy #1, Volume 1 is really, really good. And the intro to Volume 2, I have watched numerous times on YouTube just because I love that whole opening sequence with Groot. That thing just makes me laugh so hard. I love it so much. It makes me smile. It's so cute. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I actually saw that one in theaters, I think. Which is ridiculous. I didn't see anything else. But I actually saw that one in theaters. Because at the end, there's Howard the Duck. There's a Howard the Duck like teaser or whatever. And I remember Josh didn't know what that was, and I had to explain what that was to him, and he still didn't know. But I think I was the only one in our group that went and knew what it was, and I'm like, it's Howard the Duck. I like the Hulk, what they did with this character, because they did that in the comics where they make him, he does eventually become that combo, like where he's like half of Bruce Banner, half of the Hulk. It was interesting, but I definitely like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, well, as Bruce Banner, because I feel like the Hulk is the same way as like Batman. Like I feel like you're not like You don't need to find someone who can play the Hulk or who can play Batman. Anyone can play the Hulk. Anyone can play Batman because it doesn't matter. But it takes like a very good casting to make a Bruce Banner, and it takes very good casting to make a, oh my God, what is Batman's real name? Wow. I'm drawing a blank, but that guy. I'm sick. I'm allowed to forget things. But yeah, like it's harder to Bruce Wayne. Yes. There you go. It's harder to cast those two. I feel like it's harder to act those two parts than it is. Like you can put anyone in a mask. The two Bruces, yes. You can put anyone in a mask and you can put anyone in CGI. But like making like Bruce Banner and Bruce Wayne, like you have to, I feel like those characters are harder to play, which is weird because you think the monster versions would be harder to play, or the one in a Batman costume would be harder to play. But Begin Again, I don't know if I've seen that by him. I've seen Mark Ruffalo in 13 Reasons Why, of course. Not 13 Reasons Why. Ooh, wrong show. I mean, 13 Going on 30. Completely different movie. Woo. I've seen him in that, and I love him in that. And then there's another movie, what the heck is it called? Just Like Heaven, with Reese Witherspoon and him. He is such like a perfect romantic comic person. It's amazing. Yeah, see, that's what I thought too. I thought they all started with the Iron Man movies, but like Josh's friend has like these, he lent them to us so we could watch all the movies. But he has like these box sets, and they're the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and they're all of the Marvel movies. And the first one in the first phase is that freaking Hulk movie. And I'm like, why is that the first movie? Because it's not really the first movie. Like everyone else would consider the first Iron Man the first movie. Why is the Hulk the first movie? I don't know. I don't question. Well, I do question these things, but I have all the wrong questions. Groot is the best. Groot and Hulk should have their own film. Yes. I love Groot. Teenage Groot is kind of hilarious because he just doesn't give any fucks. That whole scene that was in the trailer, but was also, it was in the movie, but it was also in the trailer. The scene where he's like, now press this button. He's like, press this one? Groot, I am Groot. And he's like, no, press this button. I am Groot. That whole scene makes me laugh so hard. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, because I feel like, well, I also feel like those characters are more real and relatable than the monster or Batman, you know. So like I feel like anyone can play Batman, anyone can play the Hulk, but it takes a special person to make the Bruces, to be the Bruces. 13 Going on 30. That was so much fun. I saw that. We were in Costa Rica, I think, and that was on the TV in Spanish. Yeah, I think it was on the TV in Spanish, and I was quoting it in English. I'm like, because I've seen it way too many times, and I was like quoting it to Josh and telling him what everyone was saying. It's like translating it for him. And he's like, "You really know what they're saying?" I'm like, "Yep, I've seen this movie way too many times." I think I've seen the trailer for that Begin Again. I think I've seen the trailer for it, but I don't think I ever watched it. Uh-huh. Maybe no one would buy it, so they added it in for free. I think technically it's like legit the start. Like I think by definition it's the start, but I don't think anyone actually believes that or thinks that. I think only the person who, I think only Disney probably thinks that that's the first movie. Like only the Marvel Cinematic Universe, those people who made that box set thinks that that's the first movie, but no one else in the entire world except for Marvel thinks that. Only Marvel thinks that that's the first movie. When are we going to get a Hulk movie with just Mark Ruffalo, man? Like, that's what I want. See, that's what I mean. Like, that's why we didn't watch it. Because, first off, I can't. Like, that Hulk movie is better than the one before that. Because there was like 3 Hulk movies. The one before that one was, ugh. But that one was all right. The one with Edward Norton was all right. But it wasn't anything I'd ever watch again. But I want one with Mark Ruffalo. I want a Hulk movie with Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, I think that's why. I think that's why they keep putting it off. They'll probably end up doing another like combo. Because I feel like the Thor Ragnarok, which I have so many thoughts about, by the way, which I thoroughly enjoyed, but I have so many thoughts. But like that was basically like a Hulk / Thor movie to me. Like that was like both. But I don't know. I think Mark Ruffalo would do it justice. Finally, we finally get a good Hulk movie, maybe, because he made me like the Hulk, which, trust me, it was a hard feat because I've hated the Hulk for years. Such a boring character, boring green character. But like Thor Ragnarok, the Thor movies, oh my god, they are so boring. And then Thor Ragnarok comes around, and I'm like, it's literally like they made a whole, like it's got the same plot, like it continues the plot and everything, and it has the same characters, but like Thor got a personality transplant because Thor was boring as all hell in the other Thor movies, and then all of a sudden in Ragnarok he's got a personality. It like came out of nowhere, like, and he's like a completely different person. I don't know, like I have so many thoughts. I loved Thor Ragnarok, but like, what the like, I just feel like the first like 2 films though, he's a relatively like boring person though. Like that sounds mean, but like I don't mean like he's like, oh, it's boring, but like he's a completely different person in Ragnarok. Like completely different. Like in Ragnarok, he's throwing all the jokes, and he's just like witty. And then in the other the other Thor movies, he's just like super stagnant. That's not the right word, but like he's like, I am Thor, god of lightning, blah 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 blah. I have this hammer, I don't understand real world things, so it's funny, kind of thing. But like then like in Thor Ragnarok, he's like completely different person. Like different director. Maybe that's it. Maybe the director was what did the difference, but it's like it was a different character. Like he changed so much. For the better though. I think he was very funny. I'm not a huge fan of where they took his character in Endgame. I'm not a huge fan. It was funny at some parts, but like also it was really like, it was also kind of sad and also kind of like, okay, we get it. He got fat. Like they like kept playing the fat jokes, and I'm like, oh my god, stop. We get it. He gained weight. He's in depression. We get it. Like stop. So many fat jokes. It's like just one, maybe 2. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh, Hunt for the Wilderpeople. I've heard of that. I've heard those words all put together. I've heard of that, but I haven't seen that yet. Heard of it though. Yeah. I don't I don't I don't mind when they do comedy in it's hard. It's hard. There's a line that you have to like there's a line because like okay, so for example, like Star Wars, there's humor mixed into the original Star Wars movies, but it's subtle and it's witty and it's bantery and it's like it's Han Solo saying something sassy, you know, or Princess Leia giving him shit. Like it's done classy. But like I feel like in Endgame, like, yeah, the fat stuff got old quick. My favorite joke, they could have just ended there. That one was fine. The when he walks out and he looks like the dude and from the Big Lebowski. And I shit you not, I turned to Josh right before, and I usually don't talk during movies, but I had to at this point. I turned to Josh right when Thor comes on screen. I turn to Josh and I go, "Oh my god, he looks like the dude." And then what's his face calls him the Big Lebowski, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I started laughing. Like I laughed so hard because I'm like, I just said that. Like I literally just said that to Josh. Like, call it. But that was like I was fine with that joke because I thought everyone thought that. Like I thought that right away. And then but like after that, like it just like they kept coming at him with these stupid fat jokes. I'm like, yes, Bane, right? It's sad. Yeah, it's annoying. But yeah, like they just kept it's just like, okay, we get it. He gained some weight, he's depressed. Like, yeah, his health has gone to shit. Like stop. Just stop now. He's hurting. Like, can't you see he's hurting? Stop. But yeah. Yes, Bane. I'm right here. I don't know what you want. Yeah, lay down. Lay down. There you go. You're majestic. Oh, big yawn. I feel you, bro. But anyway, yeah. But like I feel like you need to mix in some humor, but like also like but there's a point where it's too much. Like The Last Jedi was garbage. I hated it so much. But yeah, it was just it's nothing but humor. And I'm just like, this is too much humor. This needs to stop. Like this like you can't even experience the serious parts because it's just it's too much. Anyway. Noisy cat, yeah. I think he wants to wrap it up soon. He wants to go to bed. Not that it matters. He won't go to sleep with me. Yeah, me too. The heat is a bit much. It's still hot in the here too. But anyway, was there any last things we wanted to mention about here? I don't think so. I think we talked about everything, and then we talked about everything else like we always do. Yeah, self-referential. Yeah. It's I'm ready for the last of this trilogy of Star Wars movies so I can just I need a break, which they're not going to give us, but god, I need a break. What's the next one? So the next one, yeah, the next book, this next one got fire on it. Oh boy, I wonder what that means. It's got like a phonograph. I think that's what that is. And some girl jumping out of a window. And something. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on here. Shouldn't you be in school? I'm actually really excited about this one. This one's all orange. I love that the colors of the pages match the color scheme of like the whole book. Like the whole book is the whole color scheme, except for here. This is weird. Like, shouldn't this blue be orange? That's weird. That bothers me. But everything else is orange. Anyway, I'm excited for our next book. Oh, I guess we should schedule a date. Where's my calendar? A date that I'll get sick and then I won't be able to attend. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen again. I'm so sick of it. Ooh, maybe this live show will accidentally overlap with Grinchathon. I don't know when I'm going to do Grinchathon. I think I might start it on the 25th and then run it like, I don't know, till like the 1st of August or the 3rd of August. It might go like a week and a half. I'm not sure. Because I don't want to get too much into Booktubeathon, Reading Rush, whatever it is, because I know a lot of people are going to be participating in that. So I don't want to get too crazy into, like, I don't want to do it the week of Reading Rush because everybody else is going to be busy doing Reading Rush. But I also want to do it on the 20, like I want to be around the Christmas in July, so the 25th. So I'll probably start it on the 25th and maybe run it until the 3rd of August, which would be a week and like 3 days, a week and like a half. So maybe I'll do that. So like maybe our live chat will probably end up happening during that stuff. Canada Day. This is the 1st of July. Canada Day. I don't know what that is, but it's on my calendar. I don't know what that is. Is that like your like 4th of July, but like for Canada? 4th of July is actually really sad and really evil. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, there's some blue on the cover. Yay for orange. I love orange. Yeah, orange is not my favorite color, but I like the way this book looks. It looks really pretty. Gets your attention. I think, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So if you want to like put a question mark on your calendar, I'm thinking the 25th to the 3rd of August, like a week and a couple days. I think I'm going to get crazy. But yeah. But maybe I can mention that this will be like our group book. People would have to read the other two. Gotta get caught up, guys. We'll do the first portion of the live show. We'll be talking about this book, and then we'll be talking about everything else. We always do. But anyway, so the live chat. What about the 30th of July? That's like our normal like Tuesday at like 7 p.m. Like that's like our normal. It's our normal shift, like the last Tuesday of the month. Unless you have some other thing planned. When Canada was founded. Oh. So yeah, it's like your 4th of July. Kind of. Our 4th of July is literally just an interesting day. The days that I have booked for my trip are unfortunately going to be the 1st is when I leave to go. I leave work at night to drive to New Jersey. But the 2nd and the 3rd are going to be the days that I'll be technically on my little retreat. And those, let's see, I'm writing it down. But those days are the days before Independence Day, before the 4th of July. So the traffic is going to be nuts. And there's going to be so many people like at the beach probably, and so many people in the city. It's going to be crazy hectic, but screw it. I have off those 2 days. I'm doing it. I'm going outside. I'm going to the real world. But anyway, tangent a lot. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So the 30th of July, 7 p.m. You got it. Unless I get sick and die, which it is during a readathon, so that's very possible because apparently I get sick during every readathon because I suck. Anyway, I hope so too. Maybe I'll vlog it, but I probably won't because I'm weird. But yeah, I'm excited to have just 2 days because I've been very bored lately, like very bored with being sick, bored with my work, so I need an adventure. So that's what Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be, adventure days. No getting sick. I'm trying to get better. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. But anyway, I got to actually come up with challenges for that Grinchathon. But anyway, go relax, get the fan on you, and go take a nap or cold shower. I don't know what you do to cool off. Have some ice cream. Go relax. I'll see you, I'm sure, before live show. But yes, as always fun, always tangents. Yeah, go get ice cream. I don't have any in my freezer, and even if I shouldn't eat it because I'm sick, but I'm really excited about the iced coffee I will get tomorrow morning. Like, really excited about it. I hope my stomach is ready for it because I am ready for it. Anyway, goodbye. Have a good night, all that fun stuff. I should probably go see what my cats are up to. Goodbye. Are you sure you want to end your stream?